Hello there. How's it going? I'm finally here. um yeah, it wasn't it's kind of cold here for Houston. We got like what do you call it? 5, 6 inches of snow. Uh which if that ends up being the official record, that would be the most snow Houston got since 1895. Um So yeah, completely smashed all the other records. But yeah, it's hello Seiko. Oh, nice. Oh, 0 out. Yeah, here it's just below freezing, but we got a lot of snow on the ground. Because it barely got above freezing, and it's going to it's already below freezing again. So, um, hello dark shades. Snow plows out in Houston. We don't have any. So, um, yeah, so we're just not equipped. Yeah, 31, 31. Yeah, that's Celsius. Yeah, that's very brisk. Hello, Turf. So I did, I set up one Seestar, mostly because a lot of my patio has snow on it still. My daughter and I cleared off some of it, and yeah, so yeah, 9:35. I said I was going to delay till 9. Sorry, I should clarify it was US Central. No photons. That's too bad. Photons shifted blue. Yeah, it is kind of floor is a mess. You know, it's funny cuz so like the cold front came through here, and the sky conditions are great actually. Um it's, let me see. It's what does it say now? I mean, for us. Well, actually, it claims seeing is below average, but that's supposed to get better. Um, Transparency is above average. At one point, it was excellent, so that's good. Yeah. And hello, Donkulus. Hot and humid in, yeah, for Stephen Fox. Yeah. Oh, man, not -20. Yeah, it's not quite that cold here, but nobody's really equipped for it here, so it kind of complicates things. I actually got overheated outside earlier. That's why I was like, that was part of the reason why I wasn't sure if I was going to go live, because I was getting some stuff set up, and I didn't even have I just had a light jacket on, and I was wearing shorts, and I started getting warm because I guess I was like moving around too much and getting my cardio from setting up the telescope, I guess. But then once I sat down and had some water and stuff, I started feeling better. So I went back out. So I did set up. Let's. Unfortunately, the all sky camera, everything is kind of in a weird state because the place I usually put the all sky camera is in this like temporary greenhouse that we've had where all the plants have been dragged in because it's supposed to get too cold here tonight. But let's go. Yeah, I do have oh, that the darn all sky text. Hold on a second. That never fails. It always. I need to figure out a way to maybe just run something every night or so when it starts up to clear that. Okay, so that should be gone. But yeah, conditions are pretty good. Like I say, I only had one Seestar because there wasn't a lot of room. I might need to redo the polar alignment because I think I bumped the tripod when I was setting up. I did. Part of the other reason for the delay was I was on a mission to get the new telescope set up on the new mount, and it was the most basic issue. Now, mind you, I haven't actually used this telescope before tonight, and while trying to set it up, I wasn't able to get an image through the camera or the guide camera. Anyway, long story short, after kind of a bunch of frustrating kind of trying to get it to work, I figured out the issue. It was there's some spacers that came with the focuser to get the imaging train further out, and I didn't think it needed to be further out. It already seemed pretty far out, and I literally unscrewed the camera and pulled it away from the focuser, and then suddenly I started seeing some stars. I'm like, dang it. So I went in, got the spacer, a 50 millimeter spacer, put it on, and now I was able to get focused, but I ran into another issue, but we'll see if we can fix it. But unfortunately you can't see either camera, but there is a Seestar, so it's a lot later than I want. There were some things I wanted to image that unfortunately I think I can't. I wanted to do some more time on the robin's egg, just because I only have like less than an hour to image it, since it's kind of to the south, in that between buildings, and I think the time, I think I could have imaged it like an hour ago, but I was messing around with the focus. The good thing, part of the reason I wanted to do that is I wanted to spend a little time on tonight's live stream kind of exercising the new telescope, so that the next time it's clear, or the time after, I can actually do the planet stream that I've been wanting to do. Let me just see if robin's egg, I don't think it's even remotely. Nope, it's somewhere behind. So that's a bummer. But let me, this might actually be something I might need people's troubleshooting skills, or I shouldn't say troubleshooting skills, people's assistance in fixing the issue I had. One of the issues I had, oh wow, warmed up 30 degrees, made it to 20. Wow. Yeah, hot and warm and humid. 3 to 4 inches of snow. Yeah, I think we got, I want to say we got a bit more, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me see if yeah, I mean, let's see. Unfortunately, I can't find the photo, but yeah, I put a tape measure down in the snow in a couple of places, and I got 4 to 6 inches. So I don't know if some of that was snow coming off the roof. There was one place where it was like a planter, and the soil, the snow was up to the top of the planter, and kind of the edge of the planter was 6 inches above the soil level. So it was, but I don't know if that included some snow that was kind of blowing from elsewhere, but and actually it was piled up a little bit on top of it, so we may have even got more than 6 inches. But this wasn't on the ground, so there might not have been as much melt on that planter. So, but whatever it was a lot of snow for Houston area. And it was funny, we were watching the weather. I don't know if people were following it, and I saw like a blizzard warning for like Beaumont, which is in far east Houston, Texas, and into Louisiana, and like apparently that had never happened before. Blizzard warning in near the Gulf. Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah, no, it was definitely more, because I saw this list of the top snowfall events in Houston, and except for the one that was like 1895, that was 20 inches. Everything else was 1 to 4 inches. And I think this blew through that. Yeah, we had a heat warning. Yeah, well, we had that over the summer, and we had a hurricane, and we still have summer ahead of us, so we've had that before where we have like a horrendous snow. Yeah, no, there was snow in Galveston. Actually, let me see. I was actually looking at this earlier. Was it this one? Yeah, this was the one. Like, that's like slush on the road. And this downtown Galveston. Yeah, it's some of it's melted, but it's well, let me actually look at the beach here. But yeah, this is like up the middle there. That's slush. Yeah. And so like earlier today when I was looking at it, there was a lot. Unfortunately, a lot of these cameras are down right now, and some of these are indoors, so that doesn't help, but yeah, it was definitely, it was right at the beach. And it is an icy mess because again, we don't have the infrastructure set up to deal with it. So, I mean, this happens again. If we beat a record, if we beat the number 2 heaviest snowfall, that was in 1960. So, like, yeah, it's not like this happens very often. So let's look at here, and don't forget to like the video. This was kind of a late start, so actually Orion is now kind of in a good spot. Problem was some of the things I wanted to do were assuming 2 Seestars going at once, and because I don't have 2 of them running. Any suggestions of something to kick off? Because what I want to do is switch to the reflector. Let me see if I can't. Oh, yeah. Nice. Too many clouds and to put the Seestar out in New Zealand. Let me see. What was it? This was this was a photo. So basically, this is the sorry. Okay, this is the telescope. This is actually the setup. This was a photo I took earlier. I ended up having to do an extension to an extender on the focuser because this wasn't enough. I thought for some reason I thought it was, but anyhow. But yeah, this is the thing that's sitting outside, and if I could just get a photo of it out there, it's like surrounded by snow right now. Yeah, and I just got an extreme cold warning, which again, it's nothing compared to what other people go through, but it's a lot for us. All right. So let's see. Any suggestions on targets I could try? Because I don't want to, revisit the things that I always image. The conditions are good, but not so good that I'm going to try anything like the witch head. Like if the seeing and the transparency were exceptional, like it does seem to help with the light pollution, the contrast. And so I've been able to image some things with the light pollution filter when the transparency was exceptional, that it takes a lot longer otherwise. So, but it's not that way today. So I don't want to get too ambitious, basically. Oh, that's cool. The beehive is almost rising. Problem is some of these targets are kind of on the small side. But definitely if there's suggestions, I'd like to do something with some nebulosity. And of course, a lot of things have rotated out of view. Yeah, it's all refreezing. Yeah, unfortunately. And so I'm a little that was the other reason I didn't want to do too much, put too much gear outside, because I'm afraid that when it comes time to bring it back in, there was water on the patio. I'm afraid it's just gonna all be ice by the time I bring things in. And yeah, it's a good stream. Oh, hello. That's good. That's good to know. 10 degree Fahrenheit. Because there are people who, people ask about it, especially in winter now, if they're able to run their Seestar and like what's the minimum temperature. Because ZWO, I mean, like they have some guidance, but it's not. It's maybe a bit conservative. Let's see. I mean, I always like the monkey head, but I don't want to keep doing that. That is a nice big area. If I had like a wide field, that would be cool. Now, one thing. Oh, nice. Yeah, why not? I mean, 10 degrees, you were close to that. What's up here? Is there anything in Orion that, like the witch head is kind of hard for me, just because of it's kind of dim. Let me switch to the, that one's probably too faint. Because I mean, I have a problem with kind of getting detail from the witch head. Is it just me, or is that? Yeah, I don't know. That looked like a giant thumb. Oh, huh. Yeah. Have they given you any shipping estimates, Astro Chris, on the S30? Is the witch head an HA? I think it's a reflection nebula, so unfortunately. And did I? Oh, here. Yeah, it's a reflection, unfortunately. Yeah, that seems pretty conservative. 26 January to mid-February. That's a nice broad range there. Well, we're already kind of on the second half of January, so hopefully not too much longer. What would be some pirate moon? Any? Again, I don't want to keep I mean, I could try the witch head again. I mean, since maybe it's a little bit better than the last time I tried it. Let me see if I can get kind of the framing a little different, like. I mean, I'll try. And if it doesn't turn out, I can stop it and move on to something else. Okay, so we'll go with this. And image and find which nebula. Yeah, next time, I think it's supposed to be clear here Friday, and if that ends up being the case, it's going to be a lot warmer. So, and the snow will be gone, so I should be able to get both Seestars set up. And I want to do the kind of stacking both of them together, so that way I can image things a bit quicker with my bad skies. I'll do 45 minutes, and I'll have the gain up high. Light pollution filter, nah. And so we'll get that going. Hopefully, we'll see. Since I did bump it, it might have issues with it might have to realign itself, but we'll see. And while that's going, if you haven't liked the video, it does help a lot with live streams. So would please, if you get a chance, like the video, because it sends a signal. Man, I also didn't sleep a whole lot last night because I wanted to I wanted to make sure I didn't miss the snow. I wanted to actually see the snow falling, but it didn't end up being a problem because normally when we have snowfalls, that's the other thing. Well, I don't want to even call it snowfalls, but whenever there's snow, it goes for like an hour or so. But this lasted like, it wasn't like heavy, but it was, solid kind of snowing for a few hours, which is probably why it actually accumulated. Oh, hey. And that was the other thing. I was afraid that the leveling was a bit off. So hopefully this will actually start. Hopefully it'll actually come up with something. Let's see. All right. All right. And again, it doesn't. It's so little already. Yeah, so we have only had snowfalls, but this one so far was above 6 inches. Only this one. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's at least for us, it's been a very, yeah, no worries. It's been a very warm summer for us. Like consistently, it was above average most days. Today, not so much. I think it's like, yeah, 26 degrees Fahrenheit below average. Normal average high is 64 Fahrenheit, and it was 38 today was the high. So got a bit above freezing. And it's supposed to get down to 23 tonight. So everything's going to refreeze. Yeah, it's this was the forecast, almost 4 inches officially. So that I think would break the record. Maybe it didn't break the 1960 record, but still, it's up there with historic snowstorms here. But yeah, feels like 26. I know that's balmy for some people, but for us, when a lot of people, like when I first met my wife, I didn't. It was like she didn't even own a jacket. She'd gotten rid of her jacket before college, and it hadn't been cold enough to warrant actually going and buying one. And it's funny because I was watching some of the news reporters who had like these parkas with kind of nice kind of not fur, but like the whatever around. I'm like, are they from somewhere else in the country, or do they go skiing somewhere else, or and then they break it out when like this is their chance to actually use it. Just like I had bought this overcoat, a wool overcoat. I don't know why I even bought it. Didn't use it for like years, and then I started traveling to New York regularly in the winter, and I was like, that I finally started using it. Streaming in scenery mode. Let's check. Let's pull that up. I was enjoying the boats last time. Meanwhile, this what do you call it? The witch head is not really it's normal, unimpressive. I mean, hopefully it'll start showing more detail. I'll give it some more time. Oh, I saw some people on a sailboat. Oh, are they like racing? Let me pull that on the screen. Oh, I need to switch it to be on top so it doesn't. Are they like racing or practicing racing? I don't boat, so I'm don't know. Don't know of what I speak. This is an interesting. Again, I think this could be very confusing to people to see a live view of boats and stars at the same time. Yeah, sorry. So I had set up the telescope. I got the focus. The focus may have drifted, I'm not sure. But one thing I was having an issue with, I was trying to, once I finally got the imaging working, or confirmed that it was working, I was trying to run Nina. Well, I was running Nina and trying to see how bad the mount was off. Yeah. Yeah, that is an amazing sailboat nebula. It looks just like a sailboat. I like that. It's the famous sailboat nebula. But I was trying to polar align, and well, not polar align. I was just trying to, well, I went into the 3-point polar alignment routine in Nina to see how bad the mount was, see how far off it was. And yeah, stick with Seestars and stay on time. But it was see, I mean, this is why I didn't want to do the new telescope and the new mount on the same day. So at least the mount wasn't the issue, like I was comfortable with the mount. I was comfortable with the camera. So I just basically, the only thing new was the telescope. And since it was like brand new, as far as not even trying to do anything with it, okay, practicing. That makes sense. I mean, because like, since there's several of them and they're like going around, oh yeah, is that the boat that is like coaching or whatever? I've seen that kind of thing once before, but hello, Kevin, welcome, thanks for joining. But yeah, anyway, got the focusing, but the issue I had run into previously was with Nina is there's different ways you can do plate solving, and I had set up one particularly, and it wasn't it's been very finicky. I've been using like their recommended one, which is ASTAP, ASTAP, but I either don't have the right database library, star library, or my exposures are wrong, or it's just very unforgiving. But so I wasn't able to do that, and so I'm debating, do I try, nope, do I try, got a palm tree. Well, that's nice. It's also nice, you know, watching this after being out in the snow, which I can actually say I was out in the snow earlier. But oh, okay, yeah. Well, thanks for dropping in, and I'll probably be going for a bit longer. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say a bit longer. I'm not going to be. I'm not sure how long I'll go, but it won't be. Yeah. Anyway, I'm a little scattered, but yeah. So I was messing around with it. I got PhD 2, but then anyway, long story short, was having a problem with plate solving. Yeah, but even when I had it set correctly, so what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is just go back to sharp cap for now, because the mount might be off anyway, so I'm not gonna bother. I'll go into sharp cap, since that seems I've had better luck with that. Yeah, okay, so they are maybe getting ready for a race. That's cool. Use astronaut. Well, no, the problem is it won't let you use that for the 3-point alignment, because it says it's too slow. Have to have the right database. I thought I had gotten it, but let me try. Let me try that before I give up on this completely. Right focal length. Yeah. So I can just hide this one, since this one's not really doing well. Let me, there, just kind of tighten it up a bit. All right, no, not this window. I do like this, watching a nice warm place while I get feeling back in my hands. So tried a few. Yeah, see, the thing is, I've been having bad luck with that, so let's see if I can. Maybe I just need to download a different database. I'm just gonna try one thing, but I don't want to spend too much time. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's kind of where I was. Didn't seem to be very okay, I do have a snap here. But see, I had downloaded the large database, I thought. Let me try the very large database. And like I say, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but because otherwise I'll just go to sharp cap and just kind of deal with the alignment being off. I mean, plus the focus might be a bit off anyway, so it might all be a bust. Well, the download's going at a good speed. This is downloading to the mini PC that's sitting in my on the tray of the telescope outside. One thing I did notice is on the Raspberry Pi, the all sky camera, the CPU temperatures are good. It's not complaining about overheating today. All right. Almost there. Open when complete. Hello. Okay. Stop it. Stop trying. Hello. All right. Run anyway. All right. So, still running. Right. Right. I'll have to. Did it actually run? Okay. It's weird. Like, did the installer not run? Let's try this again. Okay, that took a while. Oh, now it's asking me again. So next, install. Wow. 70 amps. Yikes. Yeah, here, like, what kind of heat do you have right now? We have actually natural gas heat, so our gas bill will be higher, but not like crazy high. Yeah, that's cool. That's good to know. I haven't had a chance to add or to try that out, but I had wondered how well how well tracking in scenery mode worked. So that's cool. Good to know. Yeah, so after this is done, I may need to... I'll test it out. I might end up having to do some configuration. Let me check something here. Random bird. Hello, Hein. A moon and Mars. Mars is up. The moon is not up right now, but I might try the moon. 8,000 stars per square degree. Finish. Oil, heat, electric. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, years ago, I remember here one of the utilities was pushing heat pumps like in the 80s, and they use, at least the ones they were selling were used resistive heat, and we had a really bad we had a very cold weather for here, in like 89, and we ended up having rolling blackouts because electricity demand was a bit higher than they anticipated. Kind of sounds familiar. That download looks suspicious. Yeah, it's I don't like it when that goes to that kind of website with all the random stuff. So, all right. So what were we gonna do? Let's see if this actually works. I'm gonna try one. Maybe I'm. No. So this is like the issue I've run into. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, earlier I was, I mean, I don't have a snow shovel. But I did kind of clear the patio a bit so I could put the telescopes out without, because I was more worried about the refreezing and having problems later. Actually, let me go look at equipment, focuser, rotation. It doesn't care about any of that, so why is it? Let me see. I don't know if that'll make a difference. Oh, what the heck happened with that? That did not look good. Let me go back to 400. The weird thing was, let me go into sharp cap, because when I did sharp cap, it pretty much I was using Nina, trying to image in there, or do the 3-point alignment, which does 3 images, plate solves on each. Why is this drifting so badly? Oh. Maybe that's not helping matters. I thought I had tracking turned on. Oh. Interesting. Well, let's see. Let's see if I can plate solve this. Okay. And see, sharp cap plate solves immediately. Offset of 4 degrees? Or wait, no? No. I'm remoted into a Windows box. This right here is a remote desktop into Windows. It's the little mini PC I have sitting in my backyard. Actually, this doesn't seem terrible, so maybe I can try what I was going to try. Yeah, yeah, tricky. I can be that way. I can be kind of tricky. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let me try doing M81 and see how this goes. This is purely an experiment. The alignment might be terrible, but I'll try it. Actually, no, I wanted to do M82. The cigar galaxy. I don't know if the alignment of the sensor, like, is it rotated? I know nothing of that. Yeah, great. Funny you mentioned that. I actually was looking on eBay at one point for a Cray, but they only had like parts, and they were. I think I found one somewhere, and it was more expensive than I thought. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it can be. It's pros and cons, you know, but. You get flexibility, but then the trade-off is complexity. I had this happen before. Oh, dang it. I forgot. There's this prompt where it says, for this particular mount, or this particular ASCOM driver, where it pops up a dialog and it seems like it's hung, but it's just, I need to tell it that it can go. Let me. Yeah. Eyes against processing. Yeah. I'm well, that's one reason why I'm doing sharp cap right now, trying to figure out why this. Sometimes it gets a little unhappy when I bounce back and forth between Nina and sharp cap. Sharp cap. I may end up even rebooting it, so we'll see. Go process wedding photos. Nice. Yeah. It's just looking at the boat going by. Okay. And if it ends up complaining about the mount, I'm going to reboot the computer. Okay, let's try this again. Lights off. Probably should increase the exposure time. All right. Really? This guy looks okay. Plate solved earlier. Okay. Just needed more brightness. Oh, no. Clicked the wrong thing. Okay, let's go to M82. See if that... Okay, now it actually seems to be moving. I think I'm just going to restart it. There might be something... there might be something in the background running. And while I do that, I can bring up the Seestar. There we go. That is very little. I don't see any witch head there at all. So I think I should move on to something else. I mean, I could, since I'm imaging bodes here, I was trying to image bodes. Maybe I'll point at bodes just for a moment. Unless there's something down here that... See, now the seagull is almost visible, so maybe I'll... What is this one? So, is that another one of these really tiny planetary nebula? That's too bad. Oh, that's weird. Huh. That's weird. M79, that looks cool. Yeah. Yeah, I tried imaging the hidden galaxy, and I mean, I have Bortle 9 skies, so it's always kind of hit or miss with me, and I didn't get anything. It remains hidden. Remains hidden, unfortunately. Are there any planet interesting things over here? Oh, which one's that? Is that the eagle? The owl? The owl nebula. That one's kind of tiny. Yeah, let me try. Let me try. Maybe I'll just do bodes or no, I'll do the cigar galaxy while the quest continues. So I'm going to stop this and go to image and image cigar galaxy. I'll do 30 minutes. I think it usually starts showing data pretty quickly. Live view. That is weird. I mean, I've had it where YouTube Studio gets confused, but that's strange. Yeah, it is. It is. It's great for that's an interesting platform out there. Is that like a lighthouse? But yeah, the imaging is astro imaging is great for because I was gonna say like video too, but some of the like if you're taking tons of subs or like it starts really adding up. I've had this I was trying to copy some stuff onto an SSD today, and it ran out of it was out of space. I'm like, what in the world? And then I started looking around, and it was a process folder from Cyril, and it was like 170 gig or something like that, just like temporary stuff. So I erased it because it was like I only needed a few tens of gigs, and so that freed up some space. Old style lighthouse, nice. Oh hey Dave, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Petabyte array. Yeah. 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 Okay, so this is showing data. So that's encouraging. Now I need to see if my... Okay, good. I rebooted the mini PC and I've sometimes had issues. I'm going to actually switch back to the other monitor while it's loading. Yeah, that is really weird. I wonder why that happened. Why that's happening to you? Oh, hey. Yeah, I missed that stream. I was going to I wanted to watch it, but I think I was in some calls at the time. Unfortunately. Let's see if SharpCap is behaving now. Okay. Connected. All right, that's encouraging. And okay, go to, I don't even know if this will work, or if how it'll even look, because I'm not 100% sure that the focus is any good on this. On this, the new scope. All right. Oh, nice. Well, that answers that question. Let me bring up what I'm looking at here. that's... Have you like changed your password or turned on like 2FA? And do make sure you do backup 2FA if you have 2FA on. Yeah. Yeah, it's like right now it doesn't fit in alt azimuth mode, but in equatorial mode it does. So and I think it's consistently, because of the way the orientation of the sensor, it always works. That's good. I need to go back. Did I stream Saturday? That's a great question. I don't remember. Did Bodes? Nice. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know what that, unless there's like some cookies or something, like some integration or something. That could be some integration where it what do you call it? Where like you gave permission to some other application and it has cookies or something, and there's something messing it up. Yeah, that is interesting. So yeah, let me show you what I'm looking at. So here's the Seestar. And so the reason why I wanted to try this, to get this new telescope going, is I want to use it for planetary work because it's got a higher focal length. But let's go look at, now unfortunately the mount is not well aligned here, but it's already let me try to and plate solve, and why is it really it should be like right there. You know it's right there. Or maybe you don't know it's right there. Sorry. It's like, well, that's annoying. Okay, Sunday and Friday. Thanks. Oh, nice. Everything to mod the TI. That's awesome. Nice. Nice. Congrats. Let me see. Well, since that's not actually what I should do is it a little bit more aligned. Okay. Okay. Thanks for sharing the sailboat, Stephen. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Okay. So what I was gonna try is wrong one. Try live stacking this. Reset, reset. There we go. Nice. This is literally the first time I've used this scope tonight. I need to do some calibration frames, I think, for the live stacking. Actually, what I need to do is this. Bring this out. Enhancement. Let me shut off these. Unsharp mask. Maybe Gaussian blur. Is that worse? That's worse. Okay, and I could just zoom it in a little bit. Just I have no filter on this. This is just the new scope. So that is doing well. What I need to do is get guiding set up with this combination. Okay. Let me close stream and close that. And go back over here. The S30 tracking. Oh, no, it wasn't S30 tracking, although it did resemble. Sorry, it did resemble it, but it's because it's not polar aligned. Yeah, so that is the it's a 6-inch Cassegrain, not a Schmidt Cassegrain, but just a classic Cassegrain. Yeah, that has and like I say, this was purely an experiment. So I mean, to be fair, the Seestar's doing pretty good with this. Now this is 10 minutes of time, but one of the reasons I got this scope was somewhat for planetary, but I also I kind of did the math on it, even though it's like slower, since it's an f12 telescope, because it does have a bigger aperture. It kind of ends up offsetting that somewhat. So I figured I'd be able to image galaxies, and I figured I'd try on a fairly bright one. And this is 3 minutes, so far not too bad. Again, I need to do calibration frames and stuff. So yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, not much better than white snow. Yeah, so that is encouraging, because I knew it would probably do okay with planets, but I was hoping, at least for like smaller, brighter galaxies, it would do well. And I think so far it seems, like I say, I think I need to get calibration frames on this. Still not bad. Again, it's noisy, but 4 minutes, that's not too bad. Yeah, cats do that. They oh hey, solar stream. Let me pull that up. Let me pull that up. Yeah, and no filter. There's no filter on either one of the scopes. Actually, let me close this remote desktop. Ah, so close. Ah, are you kidding me? It's like a comedy of errors. Let me quit this, and there's method to my madness here. Yeah, use his mouse analytics VM. So let me go to Discord, bring up the sun so we can get some solar imaging. Wow. Oh gosh, I wonder, is it going to be clear here tomorrow? During the day? Yeah, it is. The evening is iffy, so I wasn't going to do the evening. And now Thursday evening's looking iffy, but Friday evening looks pretty good. But maybe I'll do a solar thing, because like that sunspot's pretty, it looks pretty pretty good. May have to break out the solar scopes. Let me see. So yeah, Cassegrain, correct. It does not have the corrector plate. And so it doesn't have, so it has some aberrations that a Schmidt-Cassegrain does not have. But as I think Seiko pointed out, or someone pointed out, that because I have a relatively small sensor, I think it has coma. Maybe it has coma, but it's at the edge of the, kind of farther out from the field. And if you're doing planetary imaging, you know, you're mostly focused in the center. And with a small sensor, it might be kind of moot anyway. Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, that correct. That is a Seestar S50. So we've got a Seestar. We've got one Seestar. Located in New Zealand. Sorry, what I need to do is go back, and I need to turn off multiple monitors because that is causing me issues right now. All right. To me, that looks like 4x, but Stephen Fox can. Yeah, it's if you go in the voice channel, it's Destin. Yeah. Yeah. Although I think some people have been kind of wondering if that's a good idea. 4x, yeah, 4x. That is a nice sunspot group. Okay. All right. So I did. The problem was I have my Windows desktop set to run multi-monitor, and so if I kind of take it out of full size mode, it does this weird showing me all three monitors in a single window, which anyway, I just disconnected, turned that off and reconnected. So now I can go back to having, we can have two Seestars, one looking at the sun, one looking at a galaxy, and we can image the same galaxy. I mean, again, for the Seestar, I feel like it punches above its weight, as it were. I mean, this isn't the most expensive telescope, this one, but it is a much bigger one. Very unwieldy. I made the mistake of, I had set it up on the tripod in the house while I was trying to get some things sorted out, and then I thought I need to carry it outside, because with the Seestar I just leave the Seestar on the tripod and carry it outside. And then I remembered as soon as I tried to lift it that I'm like, oh yeah, I don't do that with this tripod and this scope. I have to disconnect it. Actually, I'm pretty happy with the level of detail there. Oh, dang it. Went to the wrong monitor. I need to change a setting here. Sharp cap settings. Did it drift out of view? It may have drifted out of view. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, problem is it drifted again. That's why I ended up starting the stream later than I wanted to, because I wanted to try to get the mount aligned. Oh, dang it. That was not good. Wait, what did I do? Low cam to center, yeah. Yeah, no worries, actually. I mean, I'm happy to see. Okay, thanks, Dark Shades, for joining. Have a good evening. Yeah. The camera is the same one I had on the refractor the other day. It's a it's an IMX 585 based uh, camera. It's a player one. Yeah, no filters. Yeah, no, I mean honestly, you notice like the issues I'm having with this one and the alignment, whereas I'm just getting a result with the Seestar. So, I mean, there's something to be said for that. Yeah, in the telescope. I mean, or just kind of imaging things when you're having yeah, when you're having problems, or again, don't know why I can't plate solve. Oh, I wonder. Yeah, no, they're great. I mean, I don't have an S30, but the S50 is a great telescope. I've been very happy with it. Yeah, yeah, and I do have a dual narrowband filter, but I need to. I wanted to try. Well, I wanted to just get it working, um, but yeah, I want to try again with the filter. Um, um, let me check something here. Mm, that doesn't help. That's part of my problem, I think, in the case of Sharp Cap. It's a too small of a field of view, and so I'm going to download, because it says for a 1/4 degree, it requires an index download, and this is a smaller field of view, much smaller. So hopefully this will. Yep, that was easy. So yeah, M81 is just out of view, so I'm going to go to M82 and I'm going to start that over again. Hypothetical scenario. Yeah, I have a battery. It's all. Waiting for mount to settle. Okay. Meanwhile, this one's just working. Yeah, that would be cool, a magnetic mount. And it's too bad that they didn't build that in. Yeah, convenience of use is very, very high. Yeah. Yeah, I do have some solar panels too, so that is so weird. Oh, nice. That's cool. Some of the blue eddies are pretty nice. Well, let me try going to something else since this is having issues. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me shut this off. Actually, since M81 might be a bit big, but let's try it anyway. I definitely need to work out the plate solving issues. Nice. -6. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times when we've shared video, a lot of times there's the voice. It's just video only. Where is the sharp cap log? Oh, no? Show log. Let me check something. Is there an update? No, I'm running the latest. Yeah, I mean it's I think that was like that might have been the default name. There. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, turf has nice dark skies. Well, as do just about everybody else except me. Let's see. Okay. Oh. I think I hid Discord instead of just letting it go. Oh yeah. No worries. No worries. I mean, yeah. Oh, that's true. Although Dave, what kind of what's your portal? Uh, that's true. But you, on the other hand, you do go to some nice dark skies. Whereas I never seem to. I mean, that's more of a 9,000. Yeah. I mean, I know generally where you are, so I mean, you're what the general metro area that you're near-ish. So, yeah, on Mercury, the Parker probe or something maybe. Yeah. It's funny because when people have looked at my all sky camera, they're like, "Why do you have a photo of the outside at day during the day?" Yeah, yeah. See, that's awesome. I'm just again, it maybe it's just a me motivation issue, but I should do that. Maybe once I get this finally, yeah, yeah. Once I get this sorted out, maybe I'll do that. I'm just because I've had it where like it ends up some of these tools just end up in a bad state, and I don't know if it's my drivers or what. And because I do the classic, well, let me just restart it and maybe it'll make it better. Oh, and turf is live. So let me. No, I having skill issues here. There we go. And I can do this and then do this and I've got all the telescopes. Oh, you're doing M81 too? Yeah, it's gonna. That's always a good. Yeah, so it's a IMX 585 based. It's the Player One Uranus C Pro cooled something or other. Let me bring up the only photo I seem to have of it was one I posted on Discord, like this. So this is minus the spacer I ended up adding to it to get focus, since I literally have never used the scope before, and the instructions weren't super helpful because it's a lot of the use cases they mention are visual, but I'm like, I'm just gonna use it for imaging. I'll use it for visual at some point, but yeah. So here's like an ASI 120mm, which is the guide camera, and here's the Player One camera. It was on sale, like Black Friday sale. So pick that up, and this is the Jouer 17 AliExpress special. The telescope itself, they're usually this size was under $600, but I got it like refurb, and so it was even cheaper. So yeah. I don't have headphones, and I have the volume off here, so I can't tell. Somebody else will have to speak to that. Meanwhile, I'm having skill issues here with. Oh, and then meanwhile, my Seestar finished imaging, and I hadn't even noticed that. So what was I going to image next? Yeah, and there's some EQ mode quirks. Let me check. Let me check. I was... Oh, it's now. I might be able to try Thor's helmet again. Oh, I forgot I had zoomed in. That's why I was having a hard time. I was kind of doing... I did a pinch to zoom in on the... on M81, or M82 actually, to try to bring it in. But I am going to go... I think I'm going to do Thor's helmet. No, not Bode's Galaxy. I'll do NGC 2359. Look it up. And I'll do 45 minutes. I don't know if it'll actually, if it's actually obstructed or not, so we'll find out. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, that's, well, welcome. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Now if it starts failing on plate solving, I may have jumped the gun. Because I think it's Thor's helmet is just now visible, but it might still be obstructed, so we'll figure out soon. If it just keeps failing on plate solve, it's probably obstructed. Yeah, I can't image M45 because it's blocked. Speaking of blocked, this might not be working. So let me stop this and see. Will there be an obstruction? And no obstruction. Huh. Okay. I jumped the gun. So NGC 2359, also known as Thor's helmet. 45 minutes and go. Yeah, it is. And I really need to get out my solar telescope tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a midday stream, because those sunspots look pretty impressive. Yeah. Well, you don't need your 10 minutes is like my, 2 hours, so 10 minutes should be fine. Okay, good. It's finally stacking. All right. I just realized since I had it in single screen mode, I could move the Windows computer off screen and try to figure out what's going on. So that's Thor's helmet that's coming up. All right. Excuse me. All right. Let us see. Oh, I was gonna off screen try to figure out what the heck is going on with this. What's going on? All right, cool. Oh, I want to check something on Stellarium here real quick. Okay. One thing speaking of AliExpress, and why the Seestar is actually such a good value, one of the things I'm kind of missing, with kind of the new setup, whether I'm using the refractor, which I've had, or then this new Cassegrain, I've got a camera, guider, new mount, which I had to have because the Cassegrain's too heavy for the old mount, the GTI mount I have. But one thing I started thinking about is like focuser. I need to be able to focus, because I kind of try to manually focus it, and of course it was cold, and I was, and even then I wasn't 100% sure if I got the focus. And whereas Seestar, you can focus anytime, which is really helpful. Anyway, I ended up buying like an AliExpress focuser that probably won't be here for a while, or for like a week or two. So, but once that's in place, hopefully it'll be just one more thing to help. All I need is clearer skies. Yeah, I got that Gemini focuser, which is like, what was it? It's like $70 or so. So I kind of was looking around on cloudy nights, and people seemed to think it was okay. So figured, what the heck? Yeah, I need to focus. Yeah, 10 drop frames. Yeah, I mean, it does. Do I have a season? No. The weather is just kind of hit or miss year round here. So yeah, we don't have a rainy season and a clear season. It's kind of similar chance of rain year round. That said, this time of year can be good, because when we get cold fronts through, it'll clear out. Not only will it result in clear skies, it'll also kind of wash a lot of the junk out of the atmosphere, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do it, this live stream tonight, because like all the snow we had, not a phrase I thought I would use, but all the snow we had this morning and last night definitely kind of cleared up, cleaned out the atmosphere. And then in the summer, it's a mixed bag. Typically normal weather pattern for us, because we're near the Gulf of Mexico. We get a lot of pop-up thunderstorms in the afternoon, but then sometimes they clear out for evening. And if we're in drought conditions, which happens some years, we'll have long stretches with no clouds. So on the one hand, you don't want the drought conditions, but on the other hand, it's potentially better from a clear skies point of view. Yeah, having a focuser would be important. That batten off mask, yeah. I also had thought about getting I'll probably at some point get a batten off mask. I have one for my Seestar, or Seestars, but I might get one for the other scopes at some point. Yeah, who needs to eat? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's starting to show up. Thor's helmet. Now I need to figure out why I can't plate solve. Okay, now it plate solved. Wow, that is finicky. Maybe because maybe my focus is a little off. Yeah, it's an AliExpress kind of AM5. It's was this may have even been the one the prices kind of vary, but this is the one I have. Sorry for the, oh man, it won't even let me paste the link. That's too bad. Do they have a share link? Let me, oops. Share. I don't want to share any of these. Anyway, it's this, just look on AliExpress for this, the Jouet 17. It's basically like an AM5 kind of thing. So it's strain wave. They have like a narrow dovetail and a wide dovetail version. I ended up getting the wide dovetail version, which takes the description. It wasn't clear to me. Maybe I didn't read it carefully enough, but it handles Lost Mandy and Vixen plates. Now, I'm actually using it with a Vixen plate right now. I haven't tried it with the Lost Mandy plate. I have one, but I was thinking of swapping it out. The plate that came with the Casa Green was the V style, and I was gonna swap it out for something wider. But yeah, I like that focus. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, no, so like that's the thing with the AM5s. Those are nice. They're really nice, but I just didn't have it in the budget to get one of those. And there were a few other alternatives, and some of them were like a little bit less, but they weren't like drastically less. But then this one popped up. There's also an a Jouet 14, which is like the I guess it's like an AM3, but I went with this one, and so far so good. It was interesting because because like I with Seiko helped. I mean on the one hand it's not that complicated. On the other hand, I'd never done it before, but Seiko helped me get the refractor set up with PhD2 guiding, got it configured, and the tracking seemed pretty reasonable. So the max payload, well actually I think that it might actually have it here. They call it with a hammer load. The without the counterweight it's 13 kilograms, so it's like 29 pounds without counterweight, I think. And I've got right now I've got 14 pounds on it, I think. 14 or 15 pounds on it. Yeah, I don't know. You never know. You never know. It might or it's, yeah, somebody just, you know, you never know with one of these. And it is interesting because like it has similar design. I mean, similar basic thing, but like even there's certain details that are like, it's not the same, but yeah, who knows? Yeah, it's a good amount of weight. And yeah, yes, it uses on step. Yeah. So like if I bring this up, like that was one of the things it was talking about. Yeah, it says see on step telescope. So yeah. 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 Yeah, exactly. Like they have yeah, let me keep wrong one. Wrong window. Move the wrong window off. Just gonna move this one off. But yeah, I haven't used it much. I mean, I just got it like a week or two ago, but so far it's been working fine, and it seems really quiet. When I was outside earlier, the first time I actually got it working was on a stream, and I plugged it. I don't know if it was good or bad, but I plugged it in and then went upstairs, and I was trying to control it remotely through the all sky camera, and so I wasn't standing next to it, wasn't looking at it, monitoring it at all, except through the all sky camera. But so I hadn't used it much standing next to it. But earlier when I was trying to get this aligned, it's even with the Cassegrain, it seemed fine and quiet, like just was moving quietly. Yeah, it's oh hey Brody, how's it going? Thanks for joining. But yeah, like I say, I haven't had it that long, but I guess I'd seen enough positive reviews that I'm like, why not? Yeah. Yeah, there's always that. Yeah. But I know at one point I was getting like with PhD 2, it was tracking its sub, and I hadn't really gotten the polar alignment like super good, but it was getting sub arc second alignment. I mean tracking, so it seemed fine. Seiko seemed to think it wasn't too bad, given that my polar alignment was off. But again, I need to do more testing on it. And yeah, like we were doing a test and I was doing 5-minute subs on it, and the stars ended up a little elongated, but I realized like the mount seemed to be, the guiding seemed to be struggling at one point, and then I realized when I went to bring it in then that I hadn't tightened down the mount to the tripod, so it actually was rotating. So I'm like, well, that's not going to help. So, oh, that's interesting. Fonk. That's cool. That's a lot. This Thor's helmet's turning out nicely, all things considered, for horrible Bortle. Yeah. Yeah, it's well, and what didn't help matters is like I have some smaller mounts that just use a single 3/8 to mount, a 3/8 bolt to mount, to attach the mount to the tripod. And the problem with this is it's not threaded in the middle. It's like a centering, it's for like a centering pin, but there's three kind of threaded holes to attach it to a plate, but none of my tripods support that. So what I ended up doing was going to Lowe's and getting some 3/8 inch bolts and some washers, and I was able to get it attached to my tripod just using the single 3/8. But the way I ended up doing it, I have to like tighten 3 different things, and I think it was while I was trying to get the polar alignment, I had loosened one of them and I didn't retighten it. And so yeah, it was kind of but it was still doing, the mount seemed to be doing a reasonable job, even in spite of the fact that it was actually free to rotate, and there was a kind of gusty winds, and the telescope was kind of offset from the direction the wind was coming. So there was probably, I figured there was some kind of like torquing force on the telescope, which probably wasn't helping matters. Yeah. Own a machine shop. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. And oh, that was annoying. Well, I finally got this. I finally got the Windows computer to plate solve and get to M81. So, figure I'll go ahead and again, just kind of another experiment with this scope. Yeah, telescope. I thought I said torquing, but yeah, twerking. As soon as I said it, I'm like, I hope that didn't sound like twerking. Wow, -7. Yikes. Yeah, not so cold here. It is below freezing, but not that much below freezing. Yeah, CNC or 3D printer. Yeah. I'm gonna move this off here so I can fiddle around with the exposure to see if it's those are the only 2 models they have now. There is a rumor that they're, well, not quite a rumor, but it's more than a rumor that they're going to be coming out with another model that's maybe above the S50, but nothing yet. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's no twerking. Torque. TORQU whatever. Anyway, I shouldn't have used that word, because yeah, just because it's hard to say. Yeah, no, that's, yeah, if it's -7, I wouldn't necessarily want to be out there with that, but that's cool. Ready to go. That's looking forward to seeing that. Let's see. Yeah, this I was just kind of messing around with this M81, but I definitely need to get some calibration frames for these live stacking sessions. And the other problem is I think the alignment's a bit off. Oh yeah. Oh, that's not too bad. 36. Interesting. Complain a bit at -6. Oh yeah. Yeah, less. Yeah, that makes sense. No, that's cold. So flat frames. I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, you just have to. Yeah, it is possible. You just would have to. The only problem is, so the Seestar produces, like, if you turn on the setting, it'll save the subframes. The problem is it does its own kind of internal thing where it has the dark frames. It generates dark frames and then applies it against the subframes. So although you could try to do a light frame, I don't know how that would work if it already has the dark. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. But yeah, you could just do like a white t-shirt on it, but and there's other ways to get a light frame out of not using the app without applying the dark frame, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried it. I did kind of synthesize my own dark frames and applied that to a live stack outside of the Seestar, and that did seem to be that did help. But I hadn't actually tried the live the light frames. I mean the flat frames. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah. 3 to 5 days. It'll be here before you know it. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm super happy with the way my M81 is turning out on this one. So I might, although I can see like the dust lane in there, but I might go pick another target. But this is turning out. I'm happy with this. I mean, all things considered, it's so low in my sky, and the Portal 9 is just terrible. So I'm reasonably happy with the state of that. Oh wow, well, that's cool. Yeah, of the life. Yeah, wow, that's neat. Scotland. I went there a couple years ago. 2 years ago, yeah. I was there for a few days. Why do I keep bringing up random windows? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Actually, now some of these other things. Is that right? Oh wow. I guess I'm just kind of curious how this will work without a M97 without a light pollution filter. Oh wow. Wow, that's cool. Owl Nebula. M97. Oops, when did I just... Okay. Let me stop this. And we will go to... Yeah, I really need to work on the polar alignment on this one. M97. Okay. Hopefully that'll... won't have plate solving problems. That's so annoying. Oh, okay. Lives in Maryland. That's cool. What am I... Sorry. I wonder if... Yeah, I'm just having... And again, I don't know if it's the focus is a bit off, or if it's because of light pollution and narrow field of view, but it seems to be having sporadic plate solving issues. How much time did I do this for? Okay, it's up to 28 minutes, and I think I did it for 45, so that's cool. Still got some time to go. Let's see. Nice. So I'm going to try using a different plate solver. Okay. Oh, nice. Thank you, Dane. I do really appreciate it. I should try to promote that more, because I do have I do try to, or not try to, any kind of support I get on the channel has been going directly into the channel. The gear I've been buying wasn't paid for by the channel, but I mean, there are some things that I've been like, I'll use this to buy this thing or this other thing, and there's a few things that I want to try to do this year in 2025. You know, more yeah, more videos, more kind of doing this where I have the other telescopes running in combination with the Seestar. Yeah, a few other things. I need to go and come up with like a proper pitch. But yes, thank you so much. I'm glad you've found it of value, because that's what I try to do. Yeah. No, I mean, it was like I created the S30, but there's so few people who have S30s now. But feel free to post things there, because that's why I created it. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you. Well, but you're already supporting me on channel membership. There's no need to support me on Patreon too. I appreciate the support, but yeah, it like right now I try to make sure there's parity between if people support me through Patreon or YouTube channel membership, as far as like if I do perks or if I send messages out to supporters, I'll send them to both groups. How does one become a mod for the channel? For my channel, I don't currently have any. I don't think I have any mods. It's just me keeping an eye on things. Because I've been like basically I have this monitor over here, but I'm always looking at this other monitor or my laptop screen, and that has basically YouTube Studio up all the time when I'm on the stream, except when I like make a mistake and I accidentally like hide it or something, but it's up 95% of the time. But as the stream has grown, or as the number of people who've joined the stream live, I expect I'll probably have to start doing that at some point. Just because I know when, like the stream I had a few days ago, the Mars conjunction one, or the Mars occultation one, and I think it was because, you know, it was a timely thing and people were looking for it, and I had put that in the description, and I had a lot, you know, probably double the number of people on it, or triple even at times. And I don't know if it was that one, but there's been one or two streams where I'm like, if I were to get too many more people on the stream, I'd have a hard time tracking it. And trying to do what I'm doing. Yeah, no, I mean, that would probably be what I'd end up doing is but so far I haven't done it yet. But like I say, it probably won't be too long. Probably what it'll end up taking is I'll just end up with one more. If I end up with like even just one more live stream where I have as many people as I had on that one, I'll probably have to do something about it. Luckily, knock on laminate, I haven't had too many problems. I haven't had problems, but I've known people who have live streams where they had problems, even when they didn't have that many people on the live stream. They ended up with like some kind of troll on the stream, and so far that hasn't happened. Knock on laminate, but I'm sure it will. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's yeah, I've been that's hilarious. Yeah, I haven't, luckily I've steered clear of that, but But what was it? It was on one of the streams. Was it Bob the science guy who does a lot of I mean he does astronomy, but I was looking at his channel. He does a lot of flat earth kind of debunking videos, and yeah, it's a whole other world that I haven't really I've kind of intentionally avoided it. I mean, I know of it, but I haven't really dug into all the drama. But it is interesting. I mean, just yeah. Anyway, I won't go into. Yeah, it's just seemed kind of unreal. I'm like, really? This is what. Anyway. Yeah, Professor Dave. Yeah, I think I've looked at some of his videos. Yeah. Yeah, Bob is yeah, that's a power mustache, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I maybe I should do that sometime when I'm trying to look for things to watch on YouTube some evening. I need to just go watch some of those. Just because, like, it's funny because I wasn't watching any of them, but there was a point, and it was around the it was fairly recently with the whole, and again, I haven't followed it, but like the whole Antarctica thing. There were so many videos on my feed. Like YouTube was really like, you need to watch this. I'm like, I should at some point. But it was pretty funny seeing how many there were on my feed from different people. Anyway, it was yeah, the plate solving is just frustrating. I changed SharpCap to use ASAP instead of and it says plate solving test successful, but then there must be something about my settings. And maybe the problem is, yeah, I don't know. Like, is it bad focus, bad narrow field of view, or high bortle, bad focus, narrow field of view? Is that why it's having such a hard time plate solving? Or is are my settings messed up? Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, but thanks for sharing that, Steven. I really appreciate that. MC Tunes. I'll have to check that. He was part of it. Yeah. How many? Twerking. It's one of those things. I'll never live that down. Twerking. See now. Oh God. Now I'm gonna have to like use Mid Journey. Although I'm afraid what it might generate. I'm not doing it on stream though. Sometimes it gets it. Sometimes it gets the weird prompt. Sometimes it doesn't. 20 to 30. Let me see. Yeah, it was very cool. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, that's just twerking. I love it. Twerking. How many stars is it seeing? That is a great question. Just trying to see. No, that's that's annoying. Yeah, I haven't run into that before, but I don't use it as heavily as I probably should. How much time is on this now? Okay, this only has like 3 more minutes and it's gonna stop. But the helmet is reasonable for all things considered. Low in the sky in Portal 9. Maybe. Maybe. Where is there a way for it to tell you how many stars it found? I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Not enough stars detected. Okay, maybe just the focus is lousy. Again, that's why I need that autofocuser. Seestar B is inside because I didn't. I wanted to do a Seestar and I wanted to do the other scope, and the problem is we had snow on the patio, but we got like most of it's been kind of pushed off of it, but it thawed enough and it's going to refreeze, and I just didn't want to try to, well, and plus I wasn't even sure if I'd have enough snow-free room to set up everything. And so I ended up kind of, and I don't have the normal table I use for some of the gear because it's being used in the greenhouse to keep, and again, I say greenhouse, but I use that term very loosely. It's like a collapsible kind of greenhouse, just temporarily set up. Anyway, so I didn't want to, I wanted to minimize my chance of slipping on ice when I go bring everything in. So yeah, turn up the exposure of the gain. And the problem is, since the problem with turning the exposure up is because my alignment isn't great, it ends up trailing, and I think that makes it even worse. But let me try cranking it up a bit. See if that works. Because I'm afraid that the gain might be counterproductive. Let me try cranking this up to like... See if this works. Yeah. That's one way to clear the skies. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually pretty pleased with that. I mean, 45 minutes. The conditions are reasonable for me. Oh, it just finished. But yeah, that's the final result. But yeah, all things considered, and that's like right out of the scope, so I'm sure that I need to do that. I need to clean that up and see how it looks processed. So I got Thor's hat. Oh, this was another one. Oh, I think it's too late. Someone had mentioned this one. I think it was Jeff had mentioned this one's probably... Oh, no. I can image that. I'll image that. Caroline's cluster. NGC 2360. It's in the same general vicinity. lines cluster. I don't know, I'll try 30 minutes. Probably doesn't need that much. I can always stop it if necessary. Nice. Yeah. Well, the one thing is if the telescope, the images are still on the telescope. So you can plug it in, you can plug it into a computer and get them off. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, no, Seiko knows a lot, and he has a bunch of gear. Yes, yes, it should. If you plug it in, there's two ways you can leave. If you leave the Seestar on, and if it's on the same network as your Windows computer, it'll show up as like a file server called Seestar, and you can just kind of attach to it, and if you kind of navigate down, there's different folders in there, and you can copy the files off. The other way is just plugging it into the computer directly with a USB cord, and then the same thing. It'll show up as it'll show up as a drive. It has to be on. You turn on the Seestar, but then you plug in the USB cord into a computer, and it'll show up as a drive, and then you can just copy the files off. That's usually what I do because it's a little faster. But if your Wi-Fi is good, or if you're next to it, it's reasonably fast. Yeah, it's funny because like my skies are so cursed in general, but like I do have this narrow window to the south where I can actually see fairly low, and so yeah, but the things are only there for an hour at most, but at least they're there. Okay, all right, see ya. I might still be on, or I'm sure I probably will actually. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. If I don't see you, that is so bizarre. Bring the chainsaw. Yeah. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, this is turning out nice. Caroline's cluster. Open star cluster, but some of the open star clusters are a little, I won't call them underwhelming, but they don't have a whole bunch of stars. But this one's nice compact one. Oh. Yeah. Luckily I don't have. I mean, there's so much light around me, but I have a tall fence, so at least it prevents direct light from hitting the telescope. 22 light pollution filter. Nice. I was gonna suggest just a BB gun or something, but yeah. Neighbor has very bright thinking about, yeah. Yeah, 22. 22, that would work. May not be maybe frowned upon. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, paintball. Yeah, and blame it on the kids. Yeah, much safer. That would be yeah. Um hmm. Let's see. Yeah, the plate solving is just so frustrating. Definitely need to figure out why that is. Maybe it's just the focus is bad. Yeah, maybe the focus is just bad. No, I switched to a star cluster because I had only set Thor's helmet for 45 minutes. So yeah, it ended up ending. Let's see. All right. Okay. What? I keep doing that. What really baffles me is this. It maybe just the focus is out a little bit, and so it's having a hard time getting enough stars. It's only getting the brighter ones. It's the only thing I can think of. And combined with like a much narrower field of view. Oh man, clouds rolled in. Yeah, I mean, luckily it's been okay here. But it's going to be hit or miss the next few days. I mean, it'll be good for a solar stream tomorrow, but after that, I'll be hit or miss. The gradient, yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean it's everywhere. It's hard to tell from the all sky camera, but it's well, yeah, and this particular target is lower to the south, and so the gradient definitely gets pretty bad towards the horizon, or lower in the sky. All right. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just kind of looking at some controls for this Windows computer. I'm like still on a mission to try to figure it out, but I think it's just the focus is off by a bit, and it's really hard for it to get enough stars. I think that must be just it. And this is where the focuser will come in handy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's very frustrating. Yeah. Yeah, can't play itself. Yeah, it's really frustrating. But again, I think it's yeah, the narrow field of view and focus being out and just yeah, I'm just fiddling around with settings because it will plate solve at times, but other times not so much. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to that focuser because I think that's a big part of my problem. It's certainly not helping. Yeah, it's well, and it's a variety of things too. Like I can't have a particularly long exposure because the polar alignment's off, so it's drifting too much. And then the narrow field of view, it drifts even more. And yeah, it's kind of a problem. Oh, hello there. Hello there. How's it going? It's been a while. Yeah, good to see you too. Thanks for joining. Yeah. Well, and plus, the problem is my guide. I don't have a guide scope right now. I'm using an off-axis guider, so it's got the same, it'll probably have the same issue. Why do I keep doing that? Keep doing that. Let's see, what? Close that. Yeah, it's very frustrating that the guidance. Oh, nice. Nice. That's awesome. Crab Nebula, it's always a good, that's a good target. And yeah, that'll be cool, the new scope. I'm looking forward to seeing that yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing the result, but I'm also enjoying kind of seeing it coming together. Yeah, Dave's what do you call it? 3D designing a astrograph, and has quite a few, or has some videos on, or has live streamed recently about kind of designing it, and it's discussed on, he has been sharing stuff on Discord, on his Discord server. Sorry, my brain's not firing on all cylinders here. But yeah, that's Dave's channel. Yeah. Oh wow. Really? See, I've watched one of your live streams, well, and I've seen some of the 3D printed stuff, but that's awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Nice. I ran parallels a long time ago, but I haven't I hadn't tried it recently, but I should try it. Yeah. And if you process it with like whatever if you use Serial, or you'd have to use the dev version of Serial, and eventually it'll be 1.4 when it comes out, but you use that, or if you use PixInsight, you can drizzle it and bring out even more detail. But even if you don't do that, it's yeah, I used to think the same thing too, and I've been able to get more detail out of it than I originally thought I could, or thought was more than I thought was possible. Yeah, it's got to be a focus issue. I keep mentioning this, but I'm like, I see so few stars, and I think it's a focus issue. Okay. Okay. So weird. I wonder if that's part of my issue. All right. How much more time is on that? But yeah, that's I'm looking forward to the to the first light, Dave, on that new scope. That'll be cool. Oh, are you taking it with you out to the dark side? Because I remember somebody asking about that, and you weren't 100% sure if you'd be able to pull that off. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, no, the rosette's a great target. It's a really nice one. Either just without doing a mosaic or doing a mosaic. Yeah, not sure about that. Okay, okay, yeah. Because you didn't seem like you were sure about it back then. So okay, it didn't change. Yeah, 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 yeah. You don't want to waste time. I mean, especially if you're taking it with you to a dark site. Like for me, I'm wasting time on the trying to figure out this plate solving, but it's just in my backyard. So, and this was my plan B. It wasn't a plan B. It was just another telescope, and then so I knew it wouldn't be like the only thing I'd have on the stream. Okay, let's see if it's a little happier now. Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. I forgot about that little detail that when it's that dark, fumbling around with your gear. I generally don't have that issue. Or I'm not so dark adapted that I can't just turn on. I mean, I'm never really dark adapted these days. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. Of the crab in Discord. In general, let me look at that. General. Oh, nice. Well, that'll be nice. That'll be a nice field of view. Should be able to get some good detail. Hey there. Hey Chris. What'd you miss? Well, Turf and Stephen Fox were sharing their Seestars. And I've been imaging a few things with one of my Seestars. The other one I didn't take out because it's probably going to ice in my patio. My patio is probably going to ice over, and I didn't want to have too much stuff out there to bring back in. And I've been fiddling around with this with the reflector, not the refractor this time, but been having a lot of plate solving issues. But I think it's because it's the new telescope. But I've been having a lot of plate solving issues. I think because the focus might be out. I'm not sure. Okay. That is weird. So weird. What was I going to image? Or what was I going to try to image? Because I'd kind of given up on... Oh, I was going to do M97 as an experiment. Yeah, if you can guide it accurately enough. No, but that's cool. It's a good field of view. Okay. Oh, you got a quasar. Oh, that's awesome. Let me check that out. That is cool. Oh, nice. Somebody posted some, I see some, very nice, aurora photos. Okay, here. So, how far is that quasar? 12 billion. Nice. It's a redshift of 3.87. 50 minutes of integration time. That is great. Very nice. Yeah, I'm kind of a sucker for quasars. Thanks. That's cool. So it's in links. Nice. What how dark are your skies? Qubits? You said so you did 50 minutes of integration time. I'm just kind of curious. Just so I know what okay, Portal 6.7. Because that's just always good to know what I'm up against with my skies. Always good to know. Okay. See if this actually does anything. Yeah, yeah, sorry, Dane. Those are cool. Let me see. Very nice. So, when did you take those aurora photos? Like here's one of them. There's several of them on the Discord server. I love the colors. Very nice. And the rosette. That's a nice, very nice rosette. I'm guessing that was the mosaic mode, right? Oh, couldn't in November. Okay. Yeah, that was cool. The rosette mosaic. Yeah, no, you can get the core of it, which doesn't look too bad, but yeah, being able to doing the whole thing looks really cool. Okay. Oh, nice. Sorry, yeah, that I agree that was a nice. That's a very nice rosette. Looks really good. Yeah, I definitely need to try imaging some of these targets with the light pollution filter next time. Let's see. Surfboard. Oh yeah, no, it is very I enjoy it a lot. It's very yeah. Yeah, that is a big part of it, is the processing. I mean, the Seestar does a not too bad job a lot of times, but yeah, you can get that much further if you oh, hello Ryan. Thanks for joining. Good evening. Let me look at my list here. Right. This might be too high now. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, no, that's already what I was looking at. I think that's the wrong direction. Nope, not visible anymore. Also about to be not visible. Did I already look at that? I already looked at that. Oh. Oops. Dang it. I hate that when I do that. Let's see. Let's see, 13. Nope. Also not visible with my cursed sky. Oh, dang it. I forgot I was going to do that. Something else here. Wrong part of the sky. Oh, too late. Let me look at Leo again. Let's try 3190. All right. Oops. I'm up behind on the chat. Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, I agree. Definitely helps really bring it out. Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely a journey. Yeah. What did I say I was gonna do? I will do NGC. Oops, why do I keep doing that? 3190. Let's see if this works. And also, not only does it work, but is it unobstructed? Because again, that's part of the battle for me. Okay. Yes, it is. It is an anagram for nowhere. Yep. Yeah, I need to look into my plate solving issues because I've been having issues with the I had some issues with the refractor with Nina, but SharpCap generally worked, but with this with the reflector I'm having issues with SharpCap as well, so yeah, I think it's just the in this case it may just be that the focus is bad. And I'm not going to go outside and fix it right now. The good thing is next live stream, the temperatures will be a lot more agreeable. So I should be able to, and plus since I figured out the focus issue, in the sense of I couldn't even focus it initially, I should be able to not take as long doing setup. Yeah, it's yeah, there's some, at one point it was kind of okay to run Alp and the Seestar app at the same time, but there probably are some assumptions that are being made in Alp that are not necessarily valid. Oh yeah, hey, welcome back, Seiko. Thanks for being there the whole time. Yeah, it's yeah, when it gets too cold, yeah, it stops charging, but yeah, if it's, so long as it's plugged in, yeah, it won't drain the battery at least. Yeah. I did. I did. I did change the focal length. I think the focus is out. I think the focus is off. And it was too cold for me to linger, so I came in. I mean the heating pad that I saw, I mean that you do what you got to do. It's if it works, seems fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's around that at that point um let's see. And if you yeah, and if you have the dew heater on, it really starts draining it quickly unless you have it plugged in. So I remember the first time I ran into that, I'm like, if I keep it plugged in and have the dew heater on, will I still be okay? Yeah. I mean, the sky is clear, so it's not shouldn't be a sky issue. But I think it just must be the focus is out. Yeah, that's good. Sock warmer. Interesting. That's actually a really good idea. Seems like it would be about the right size too. I like that. Why do I keep going there? Wait. Time has stopped. I think my I hope the Seestar didn't like fall over. Well, that's awkward. Speaking of, did my Seestar die? I had it plugged in, but maybe it drained. Because I sometimes if I don't have enough of a load on the power bank, it'll just drain, which actually makes me... Is the all-sky camera even running? Yeah, that's running at least. I guess the Seestar died. Well, that's awkward. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Toe warmers that cell phone, that makes sense. Light a fire under a battery, that might not be a good idea. Well, and then, you know, then the fire could become self-sustaining. Oh, interesting. Yes, and I wonder if that's what happened. Because at some point this stopped updating, and I don't know when. And I thought maybe it was Alp, because sometimes Alp ends up in a strange state, and I restarted it, and it's like, it's not seeing it. So it fell off the network. So I'm thinking it ran out of power. Yeah, maybe that was the problem. Well, shoot. Well, the one positive thing is that it's midnight now, so it is during the week. I wasn't necessarily going to run like super late, but I might end up just wrapping it up then. Since I've been having problems with the plate solving, and again, I think it's the focus, and I probably need to bring the gear in before things completely ice up outside, and because I don't want to fall on my face. I am planning on doing a daytime. I've done a few live streams, solar live streams, but I end up doing them unlisted. So I just like post in Discord, and and it's fine. But I think I might go ahead and do a listed live stream tomorrow, since I don't think I'll do one in the evening, because these conditions I'm kind of a little leery of. It might end up being cloudy, and same story on Thursday. I'm not a solar live stream, but conditions look iffy. But Friday evening looks good, so I'll probably do a live observing stream Friday. But I'm thinking solar stream tomorrow. Excellent transparency, so that should be good, and above average seeing, so might be able to get some good images of the sun then with the H alpha scope. Yeah, so I'll do that, and I might, if it ends up being clear, I'm not necessarily going to live stream, but I might mess around with this scope a bit more, trying to see if it's a focus issue. Yeah. Get it level, plug it in. Yeah, I did plug it in, but I think the battery bank may have shut itself off. Yeah. Well, for me, it wasn't the snow wasn't the issue. It's that it got a little bit above freezing, and the patio it was covered in water, and now it's dropping below freezing again, and I'm afraid it's just going to be like an ice rink out there, and I don't want to face plant when I bring everything in. So that's part of the motivation that I didn't want to didn't want to risk it. Okay. Yeah. So if you haven't joined the Discord server, I haven't been pushing it as much recently. I don't know why. I should. But the Discord server. Yeah. I'll send you an image. Yeah, and thanks for joining Star Traveler. Yeah, that. Right now I have some no-name power banks, and I got them because I wanted to get, it was there was a hurricane coming, and it was a few years ago, and I wanted to have some backup power, and they've been fine. That said, my mom has an EcoFlow, I think, and it has an app, and it's great. I've actually been able to check her power bank remotely, which was handy. Like she wasn't at home, and I was able to check it remotely, so that was cool. Yeah. It's more about, for me, it's about, I don't want the ice rink. Like, I'm afraid that it's going to be totally slippery, and it's the telescopes are far enough away from the door that I'm going to have to walk on potentially icy icy patio. And I have not in Houston, but I've elsewhere. I have walked on enough icy sidewalks and almost face planted more than once. So I'd rather not do that if I can avoid it, especially if I'm carrying telescope gear with me back in. Yeah. And the ones my mom have are the light, the LIFE, the iron, the ones with iron in them. Yeah, lasso them in. I should have had like a pull cord. I could have just dragged them across. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for joining, Qubits. Glad you were able to join. Have any sand? Yeah, no. Unfortunately, no. Oh wow, under $50. Yeah, they've come down a lot in price. And those lithium iron phosphate ones, I was trying to remember. Lithium iron phosphate. Those are pretty good. Like I say, I have a bigger one that's not conducive to putting outside. But like my mom had a couple of them, lithium iron phosphate, and they had an app and stuff you can monitor remotely. I should probably do that at some point. Maybe once one of them, if one of them ends up dying, maybe I'll end up getting one, or maybe I'll do it sooner. I don't know. Because that's the other thing. Like, I end up running 2 power banks because the number of things I'm plugging in, and I tend to prefer plugging it in directly into the power bank. Like I should get a bigger one. Then I can run everything on one. Like maybe, yeah, Anchor or EcoFlow or something. Yeah, I should do that. Let me make a note. Add it to my list for the year. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we do, I do have some panels. I have some pretty, I do have a few panels. I've accumulated some of a few different batteries and panels because of our tendency to lose power during major storms in the summer. So it's kind of a drag when when it's hot out and you have, I mean, like we lost power for 4 days over the summer from the hurricane. And that wasn't bad compared to some people. We had family who lost it for like a week and a half. Anywho, but yeah, no, thanks everybody for joining. Like I say, I'm planning on doing a solar stream tomorrow, during the day, and I will do, because it'll be back above freezing by then, so the ice should be gone, and I will do probably a live observing stream on Friday. Yeah, that's true. Let's sled it in. Yeah. Okay. Good night. No. I like the ideas. It's brainstorming. But yeah, no. Thanks for joining, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. I need to go pull things in. All right. Thanks for joining.